Hey guys, you got two Bestie Homeschoolin Mamas coming at you today. This is Gale.
And I'm Christina.
And we are super excited about today's episode. It is about homeschooling multiples, which Miss Christina is expert, like level 100 at. So she's going to take it off for us.
Hey guys, can I really homeschool with babies and toddlers at home? Can I really teach kids of different ages? Have you ever asked yourself these questions? Yes, you can. I promise. I have 5. It is possible. Today, I'm going to give you a few practical tips and tricks that you can use when you are homeschooling multiple kiddos. First thing that we want to talk about is if you have babies and preschoolers at home. They take a lot of time and lots of distractions, right? But I have a few things that you can do so that you can get school done with babies and toddlers.
Like school for your older kids while you have babies and toddlers?
Yes.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Let the toddlers play. They don't need to do school. Mm-hmm. Yes. So one, I know this is hard, but you can always do school while the babies and toddlers are napping. Mm-hmm. You don't have to get up and do school first thing in the morning. Wait until nap time and sit down with your older kids and do school then. That is a reasonable option. But if you have to do school while they are awake, here are a few things that you can do. Go on to Pinterest and search busy bags. There's amazing content on Pinterest for busy bags, and these are just fun, cheap activities that you can make for your little ones to play with while your older ones are doing school. So things like sorting and buttons and snaps and zippers and just little activities that you can put away in a nice pencil size, those pencil pouches, like those size bags with activities that come out at school time.
Cool.
So much fun. Another thing, and I know that you have used these before, Gale, sensory bins. Yep. Such a great thing for kids to play with and learn with and just be entertained with.
Even when they're in school, if they need a sensory break.
Yes, it is such a good thing, and it entertains them for long periods of time. And while they're doing that, you can be working with your older kids. So great. Sensory bins are amazing. We love them. And then another thing you can do is to have a specific plastic bin, storage bin, that you only bring out at school time.
Totally separate. These are school toys.
These are school toys. Yes.
That's fun.
Yeah. So it can be all kinds of different toys, right? But it only comes out when you're doing school. They don't get to carry around that baby doll or that fire truck on the weekend or in the evening. This only comes out when their older siblings are doing their school.
That's cool.
Yeah. And you can keep that bin the same the whole year, or you can change out the toys that are in it after a month or two and put something new. That's a good call. Yeah. So then they're excited because this special toy only comes out and they get to play with it right then.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's a fun trick. But we don't always have just babies and toddlers at home.
Right.
Sometimes, like my current world, you have all of your kids doing school at the same time.
All 5.
All 5. But it is possible to still do school with them. Okay. So one thing that you can do when you have younger kids that are school age and older kids that are school age is pick curriculum that you can use with all of them. So a good example of this is history or science. You can pick a curriculum. We talked a little bit about this in our episode with curriculum, but pick something where you can sit down and you can do the lesson together as a family. And then they do the activity based on their age. So with science, the science that we've used before, we do it together, we do the experiment, and then the little ones will do an activity that's maybe a coloring page or a few simple questions, and the older kids do the worksheet that has all of the more in-depth questions. Yeah. So it's age appropriate for them, but it is something that we're still doing the same thing. So it doesn't take so much time to sit down and do. I can't even imagine doing 5 different science lessons. Oh, yeah. Find curriculum that you can use that works for your whole family, regardless of what ages. And again, good options for that are science, history, Bible, those type of subjects.
Yeah, those can all be done together for sure.
Yes, yes, yes. You also get to have the older kids help the younger ones. And this is such a sweet, fun thing to do. And they actually really enjoy it. So reading is a great example. My older kids read to the younger kids all the time.
Yeah.
It's extra practice for them and their reading, and it's fun for the younger ones.
I love watching this when we did our Dr. Seuss Day.
Yeah.
That was so much fun. The bigger kids wanted to read, but then so did the smaller kids. And it was because I was really impressed with Lizzie and Noah and how much I could not believe it. I was, wait a second, you're 4. Like, stop it, Liz. I can't even with you. I know some of it she made up with the pictures because she's not reading, but and a lot of it's memorization. But for her, I was super impressed. But you can see how much they work with them. I mean, you work with them too, but you can see one will sit next to the other one and help with the words. And it was really, really cute.
I think it really helps with that love of reading too, because not all of us love reading.
I don't love reading, but I do it every night with my son because I want him to love to read.
Sure.
But I think I don't love to read just because it's really hard comprehension for me. So I just learned to do it through audio. And it's not that I don't love to read. It's not that I don't love to learn. I love to learn. I learn in a different way.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that he'll love to read one day. He loves books and he loves me to read to him, but he's just not there yet.
He'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Read alouds are a really good option for this too. Like you just said, you read with him every night. So currently the kids and I are reading Where the Red Fern Grows.
Oh, okay.
So it's just our family read aloud where I'm reading it to all of them. You know, my high schooler doesn't have to sit. She doesn't need to sit there and listen, but she often does just because that's, you know, what we're doing. And all the kids can listen and chime in and get excited about it. So
That's awesome.
yeah. Another thing that you want to do with all school age children is, this isn't specifically school related, but we as homeschoolers tend to do lots of activities.
Right.
So keeping your sports and activities not minimal per se, but try and pair them up so that they're doing similar activities together. Because if I had 5 kids doing 5 different activities, that would
you
just
do
be
kind
too
of
much.
Sometimes.
Well, we do, yes. But okay, yes, we do way too much. But I try to pair them together. So like right now, the little 2 are playing soccer. They're not on the same team because they're in different ages, but at least practice is on the same day of the week and the games are at the same time. So we're not having to go as many different directions.
Right.
And the older boys are doing the same sport together as well. So even though I have 5 kids, we only have 3 specific sports that we are involved in at the moment. So just trying to optimize those chances of doing things together just really helps with the schedule and the planning and the sanity of life.
Yes.
So,
time management, for sure.
Time management, which leads me to my third point, scheduling and chores. When you have lots of children doing school at the same time, those become really important. Now, I will say I am, as you guys, if you know me, you know this, I am not the housekeeper. I am not great at keeping my house clean, but I know it's important, and I know we all focus better when there's less distraction of mess and stuff in the house. So chores, everyone gets a chore. Just, it doesn't matter how small they are. Well, okay, maybe not babies, but you know what I mean? Once they're reasonably able to do a chore, everyone gets a chore, and be consistent with that. And, you know, they're part of the family. It's a part of what we do. We have a big family. My oldest was complaining. His chore right now, oldest boy, his chore right now is the dishes. And so he was complaining about how there's always so many dishes and how
I feel you, friend.
If he just
I
does
don't have
them.
5 of us in the house, but there are 4 of us in the house.
Right.
And you guys have 7 in the house, but there are 4 of us in the house, and I feel like I'm standing at the freaking sink all day long.
Well, and so this is his complaint. He cannot just do it once a day.
Right.
And this just drives him. I'm like, there are 7 of us and we are home all day long.
Yeah.
So we eat 3 meals at the house every single day. And so I'm trying to explain the importance of, if you wash up the dishes real quick after breakfast, it'll take you 5 minutes.
Right. Don't wait till the end of the day, because then it's going to take you 45 minutes to an hour to do everything.
Right. If you wash them up after lunch, it takes 5 minutes. Wash them up after dinner. Maybe dinner takes you 10 minutes. That time is much better spent than waiting until the end of the day.
Because I do mine right after breakfast. Right after, I mean, now for lunch, we use paper plates or whatever, Corey and I. And it's just usually me and him, because Dad's usually gone by then. And, Kinsey's at school or whatever. And then dinner. If Dad's home, then it's a little bit more involved. If Dad's not home, it's a lot less involved. But yes, we always do ours right after the meal.
Yes. So just trying to make sure that they all can take ownership of that and take responsibility for whatever chore they have, and being consistent with that, I think really helps just the flow of, I mean, it's going to help whether you have one kid or 5 kids, but it definitely helps balance. And it's something I need to work on and be better at, because, like I said, that is not my strong suit, but I want my children to not have that same struggle, right? I don't want them to have the same struggles I do. So we're working on that part. And with everything, just that being consistent is always important. And then with that is being strategic with your time management. We did cover this quite a bit in episode number 2, so I won't into this too much, but your schedule is just the foundation of your week, and it really makes or breaks your week. If you and everyone in your house has a good understanding of what the expectations are, what they need to do, where they need to go, when they need to be there, it just makes everything flow smoother. So just, make sure that you have planned out your week and
communicated that with your family.
With that, exactly. Whether it's you put it up on a whiteboard, you put it up on a calendar that's taped to the fridge, or you have a different method of
just how, so everybody knows.
Yes.
Have a family meeting, like whatever you guys need to do. Go like Sunday night, you're saying, this is what we're doing for the week, guys. And you all need to know where to be and when to be there and all the things. So if we need to adjust chores or school or whatever around these things, we need to talk about that now.
Yes, absolutely. And just really makes everything flow so much better.
Agreed.
Not that, I have been known to double book us a time or two, but
it happens
not too often. So long as we can communicate those things, I think it just makes it easier for everybody. Yeah. So
if you guys want to go deeper into that, episode 2, building margin into your day, would be the episode to go recheck.
Yes.
Go re-listen to if you've already listened to it once, or if you haven't listened to it, check it out. It was a good one. We really enjoyed going over all those things and our favorite things to do to build margin into our day. Through our crazy schedules.
That is super important. And like I mentioned, us homeschoolers tend to be very busy. It's just everyone thinks that homeschoolers are hermits, that we stay at home all day and that we're not socialized. And that is absolutely the farthest from the truth. So most homeschoolers that I know are very busy and very active and on the go all the time. That just really helps with keeping everything organized and makes your day flow easier. Yes. I know that you only have Corey that you're schooling at the moment, but do any of those things kind of stand out? Like if you had to give
well, I might only have one that I'm schooling, but I still have to keep him busy when I'm doing other things.
Well, that's true.
Because I do this and I have to edit and I have to do newsletters and, social media stuff and, prepare notes. And, this is a job for me. And so I still have to work. And then I have a craft business that I have to do orders for. And he has his soap business that we are preparing a vendor event for. So, there's things that I still have to do to keep him running. So we still have a calendar and a schedule. And he and I have to communicate on like, hey, buddy, we have this going on. And we need to do soap this week. Like this is the week that we really have to focus in on how many bars do you think we're going to need? What kind of scents do you want? We have to communicate what this week's going to look like for you. So we did school on Saturday and Sunday this week because I knew Monday and Tuesday I'd be doing the podcast, like editing. And today we would be making soaps like all day because we don't have anywhere else to be. And then tomorrow's kind of busy. I have to make more soap tomorrow when we get back from all the busy. And then we'll probably make some more soap on Friday. So there was going to be not a lot of school this week, but during the nighttime, we're reading our cloud books. which we just got from the library. So he's doing a lot of science and during his nighttime reading.
Nice.
Which is how he absorbs information. He gets that mostly from reading. So, I mean, even with just one, I have to do plenty of sensory bends and, planning ahead of time to keep him busy so I can do other things because I am his cruise director.
I like it. I just found a new title.
Oh my God. You guys, though, with just having one, it's actually a little bit more difficult because I'm his entertainment. And I'm his best friend buddy play with time. Like he wants to play Uno and Catfish Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza is the card game we're playing right now. And he's like obsessed with it. And we play these things all the day long. I'm literally his cruise director and his entertainment master. Sometimes having one is harder because I have no one else for him to entertain himself with.
Yep.
So I have to plan things for him to do aside from just a screen because I don't love that. However, he is very tech savvy and he really loves Minecraft. So there are days where I'm like, hey, do you want to build a town? Build a town, whatever, I mean, he's not just sitting in front of a
right.
And he doesn't really sit. He usually builds Minecraft on the go, but
as he's pacing. I talk on the phone. When I'm talking on the phone, I pace.
It's insane. He does Minecraft on the little like extra cell phone that we have. He couldn't find it. He goes, call it. And I go, it doesn't have a cell phone number, dude. It's just for you to play Minecraft on. It's funny. Sometimes I'm telling you, it'd be a little bit easier to have one more. Don't tell my husband that.
I won't tell him.
Although he'll listen to this when he does the gym. It might be easier to have one more just for him to have a play person, but that wouldn't be easier for me either because Corey is a lot. Sometimes being his cruise director is really hard. So a lot of these things I have to do even still just for apply. The one.
Yes. So there you go. If you're listening and you only have one, these things still apply.
Right. I mean, unless you are just the cruise director of the house and your child, great. I have other things going on.
Right. We're not just mom and teacher. We are homemaker and wife and entrepreneur and, all the many hats that we put on. So yes, these are all things that have helped us in our house, make it through each day. Function. Yeah. And it's not, I don't pull out the sensory bends and the busy bags and the bucket of toys all at the same time on the same day. That's, definitely it's not all of them all the time.
These are just options.
Yeah. Just options.
And things you might have used
seasons.
Over the years.
Yep.
Different times, different amount of babies.
Yep. Yes. Yes. And you know what? I just thought of something. So I'm going to plug it in here too. So for those of you mamas who are have a brand new baby, we oftentimes, because I had babies every 2 years, in that new baby phase, we changed how we did school dramatically based on that season and what it looked like, because you're just trying to function, right? You're just, trying to get enough sleep and trying to keep everybody else safe and healthy and functioning. There was a phase of time where we, instead of doing every subject every day, I said, you know what? Today we're just going to do math. And we would sit and do multiple lessons of math. Oh, so we would get the whole week's worth of math done in that one day.
That's awesome.
And then the next day we would do reading. And we'd get multiple lessons of reading done. And that was the only school checkbox that we would do.
Right.
So even though we were only doing the one subject a day, because that's all we could get through before chaos ensued, with having a new baby or whatever, we were still able to get the week's worth done in that week. Just it looked different than what it normally does. Right. So be flexible with yourself and what you're doing and when, based on what season you're in.
I feel like everything changes when you have a new baby.
Absolutely.
So you have to be very flexible with those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Especially if you are a new mom. I mean, you're going to probably not do a ton of schooling in general for the first 6 to 8 weeks because you're barely going to be
recovering and sleep deprived and
all the things.
Absolutely. So, and just to, kind of going off of that and to kind of the main thing I want you to hear, mom of many, mom of one, give yourself grace in all of this because it's crazy now. And it may feel overwhelming at times, but one day, not too far away, the house is going to be clean and the house is going to be quiet, and you're going to wish it wasn't.
Right.
So we all know how quickly these years fly by. So give yourself grace in this moment and enjoy the moments, because
the days are long, the years are short.
Yep.
My favorite saying.
It is. And it
keeps me grounded.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's one of those that we didn't fully grasp and understand in our early parenting years, right? Because you're just overwhelmed and it's a lot. And there's so much, you're juggling so many different things, but it really is true how quickly it goes by. So give yourself grace in all of this. You're doing a great job. You will get through it. You can homeschool with lots of kids, with little kids, with all the, you can do this with all the kids. You can do this. Just remember to give yourself grace. Yeah.
Truth. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. You going to pray for us today, my friend?
I think we shall, unless you have anything else that I missed.
I don't think so. I think that was all amazing tips and tricks for schooling all the things. Yeah. You always have such good tips for all the ladies. I love it.
Aww.
All right, guys, if you found value in today's episode, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and make sure you give us a review. It really helps us out. And make sure you share with all of your friends, whether they're homeschool or not. We love all the ladies, all the mamas, and we just want you guys to be part of the community. So make sure to share it out and join our newsletter, our monthly newsletter. We just sent out our first one at the end of August. So we're trying to send them out like right before the new month. So that way you have a list of the new episodes for the upcoming month would be our hope for you guys, so that you can see what's coming. So make sure to sign up for the newsletter and like, subscribe, and do all of the good things so that we can continue coming to you. So Miss Christina is going to close us out.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for everyone listening. Thank you for these children that you have blessed us with. We know that they are a gift from you, and we are so incredibly thankful for each and every one of them, even though some days can be hard. And we just would pray that you would give us the strength that we need and help us to be the best mom that we can be for our children, and remind us to give ourselves grace as you love us unconditionally, and we are so thankful. I pray this in your holy name. Amen.
Amen. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you next Wednesday. Bye. Hey, bestie.